Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for USVI News. I'm Emily Matson. As Virgin Islanders grapple with the rising costs of living this week, VI lawmakers heard from the territory's housing agencies and nonprofit organizations to address the growing affordable housing crisis. The Committee on Housing, Transportation, and Telecommunications held a hearing Monday to address issues regarding homeownership, the availability of affordable housing, and housing instability in the territory. The committee chair, Senator Marvin Blyden, says the VI is suffering an affordable housing crisis which needs to be addressed now. Federal studies, he says, show the price of some apartments doubled since 2017. And Senator Blyden said the price of housing is rapidly rising beyond the reach of the average Virgin Islander. During Monday's meeting, Blyden said they must put forth renewed focus and energy towards creating more affordable housing for renters and easing the path to homeownership. Senators Monday also expressed significant dissatisfaction with the Housing Finance Authority over the apparently slow rate of progress in paying out benefits designed to help Virgin Islanders in the aftermath of the 2017 hurricanes and the COVID-19 pandemic. Lawmakers urged housing officials to act with a greater sense of urgency. Senators also took testimony from the VI Housing Authority, which detailed its plan to expand the stock of affordable housing units and the status of post-hurricane repairs and maintenance to apartments and facilities throughout the territory. So you've likely been feeling the burn of higher gas prices in the USVI. So to help, there's a new app you don't want to miss. It's called Save More VI, and it shows what the prices are at each gas station in the territory. USVI News' Ali Bourne-Vanek speaks with the app's founder, who says thousands of VI residents have already downloaded her app.
I'm here with Leslie Commission, and we are here to talk about this super exciting app I've already downloaded. Leslie, take it away.
So we wanted to give Virgin Islanders a tool that would enable them in the palm of their hands to be able to look and see where the cheapest gas prices were on St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John. So that's what this app does. We get information from our users. We get information. I drive around and verify prices, but there is a feature that if you see an updated price, whether it's adjusted upwards or downwards, you can adjust it in the app. So the whole concept is to help Virgin Islanders save more. That's what it's called, Save More VI.
I love this app. I mean, it's so straightforward and easy. It was just a quick download, and on it, I just was scrolling, and you could see right there all the different prices of gas stations anywhere in the territory. So I knew where to go for the cheapest gas.
And it's so funny, we've had St. Tomian users look at St. Croix prices and be like, wait, that's what y'all paid?
Right?
And it's kind of fun, but this is all about information, and we live in the information age, and the more information consumers have, the better armed that they are. So we're really excited about the feedback we've been having. There's been several thousand downloads on the app so far, and we're excited about that. And we're going to also be putting out sales and different things. We're going to be working with the store owners to help push the products that people can actually save on. So we're excited and happy to bring this type of technology to the community.
Yeah, I love this. This is where technology just in the palm of your hand could really help and make such a difference. And I love that feature where you can, right there, just, maybe update a price check. So, if the price of gas has gone down, you could put that right in, and so many people can see that, and then you can, go from there.
And I'd like to really give a shout out to Commissioner of Licensing and Consumer Affairs, Richard Evangelista, for having the vision and partnering with us. This cost the department nothing, but they have helped us to launch it and to promote it and to get it in the hands of Virgin Islanders. And really, it serves a dual purpose in being a tool for consumers, which the department's responsibility is to protect consumers, and it helps to do that as well. So we want to thank the folks out at Licensing and Consumer Affairs as well for helping us.
Leslie, thank you so much. This is such a great feature, app, and anything else that you'd like to share?
Shout out to Crucian Point, my app creators on St. Croix, and my partner Shamari Moorhead and his team for all they do as well.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Yeah, pretty impressive app indeed. And it's not stopping at gas prices. This new app, Save More VI, also has plans to expand and include consumer products. So you'll be able to track the cheapest gas prices and products throughout the territory as well. Cool stuff. So the matchup is set. The University of South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball team will take on the University of North Carolina this Friday for the Sweet 16 games. And their star, Virgin Islands native Aaliyah Boston, keeps crushing records. As we reported, the Gamecocks beat Miami 49-33 in the second round of the NCAA playoffs to head to the Sweet 16. They play this Friday night at 7, again against UNC. During this past weekend's game, Boston, who is from St. Thomas, got her 26th consecutive double-double. Boston has set numerous records as the All-American starting forward for the Gamecocks. Our USVI News' Ali Bourne-Vanek just spoke with Aaliyah as well as her parents. Make sure you tune in to Erie News Now later this week, hear how they all feel about her and her team's success. So Boston's team earned the #1 seed overall in the tournament, so they are certainly a favorite. And in the Virgin Islands, many of us are rooting for Aaliyah and the Gamecocks. But if you ever find yourself rooting for the underdog, a sports psychologist says there are reasons for that. Our USVI News' Haley Potter reports.
March Madness is officially here. You may find yourself jumping on the underdog bandwagon, and your brain is what's driving you there, says Jamie Hull, a sports psychologist with the Ohio State University Medical Center.
It's almost gratifying when folks that are supposed to win don't.
Hull says there's a science behind the desire to pull for the underdog. First, we can relate to the team, even if we're not aware of it.
What it makes us believe is that maybe at some point we might be able to do something great, overcome some kind of odds that seem like overwhelming.
There's always an expectation that the best teams will win, but when that doesn't happen, Hull says we find joy in the unexpected.
When we see people who are really great mess up, it makes us go, okay, cool. Maybe I'm not that different than everybody else.
Many times fans root against a team as much as they root for one. Hull says that's our brain's way of wanting things to be fair.
We want justice, so we want things to be kind of equal, and when they're not equal, that doesn't really feel good to us. Indianapolis on.
And finally, we often find an unexpected outcome to be simply more exciting.
We want chaos because it's kind of more fun to watch than the regular things we do every day.
Fascinating information. So Netflix knows you share your password and it's finally doing something about it. Here's a look at the major changes the streaming giant is rolling out in 3 key markets and why one expert says other popular streaming platforms may soon follow suit. Netflix is cracking down on password sharing. The streaming giant is forcing users who share a Netflix account but do not live in the same household to set up and pay for their own account or be formally added to the main account at an extra cost.
They're trying to hit profitability. They're trying to generate free cash flow.
And experts say the experiment is a bit of a risk as Netflix aims to show its investors that there is growth both in revenue and users.
There's a delicate balancing act that they have to figure out where they keep their existing users happy and engaged. Password sharing is definitely a part of that, but it's very clear that you're getting at least $1 more per user per quarter. And with 220 million users around the world, that could end up being substantial revenue on a monthly basis.
So far, this is only a test feature being rolled out in Chile, Costa Rica, and Peru. But news of the password crackdown landed like a bomb on Twitter, with scores of users voicing frustrations and posing questions like how Netflix plans to deal with unique family scenarios, such as college kids on their parents' accounts. Netflix says it will see how the features work in the 3 markets before potentially rolling them out to the rest of the world. And experts say, depending on user reaction, other popular streaming platforms could soon follow.
All of them have in mind that they can probably go as high, $20 or higher, right? That over time they can just continue to escalate it because if they do a better job serving users, then they can start charging more.
So Netflix's stock is down 41% this year, and the company issued a subscriber outlook in January that was weaker than expected. And experts say all those numbers have investors worried about slowing growth. A look at your local forecast is straight ahead here on USVI News. Plus, there's a new kind of farm popping up at places around the world. We'll tell you about this new high-tech concept when USVI News comes right back. So any given year, farmers face many challenges, from drought to storms that destroy crops. Now, some farms are moving indoors and going high-tech. Reporter Laura Podesta takes us on a tour.
We'll have you throw this on right here.
Great. I suited up in a hairnet and lab coat, then wrapped up my feet
Perfect.
to step into a futuristic farm.
So this was the first farm ever built by Bowery.
Bowery farming executive Katie Sewell showed us this indoor vertical farm in Kearney, New Jersey, where greens grow in special trays stacked floor to ceiling. LED lighting replaces the sun. The process uses 95% less water than traditional farming, and there's no threat of bad weather or bugs.
We are able to grow pesticide-free produce 365 days a year.
The company places these facilities close to urban areas. This one is just 10 miles from New York City.
We are able to harvest and get our product on shelf in your local grocery store in 48, 72 hours.
Bowery is not alone. Several companies are starting similar farms around the world. BIS research predicts the global industry will grow from $5.5 billion to nearly $20 billion in 2026.
Do you see any drawback to these indoor farms?
The main drawback that I can see with indoor farms is they do use a lot of energy.
Professor Neil Mattson studies agriculture at Cornell University and says all that power can be a big fossil fuel drain.
If they're not tied to renewable energy, their carbon footprint is higher than growing in a field.
Bowery says the power for this building comes from renewable hydroelectricity. The company grows herbs and leafy greens for harvest at the height of freshness. And strawberries are now starting to hit the market.
Whoa.
And other fruits and vegetables could eventually move inside, expanding the produce of this unique farming process.
Unique indeed. Bowery products are sold at grocery stores in select markets and can be ordered online as well. Prices, well, they're often higher than greens grown on a traditional farm.